This is what business owners should know when they're young, when you're paying in to the Social Security system, because some of you are doubting, is it even going to be there for me, right? Hey folks, it's Colin Richards. I'm president and founder of Lord & Richards, and I am once again excited to be with you on this episode of the Lord & Richards Show. And we are in the middle of a series on business advice for young business owners. And so we began with knowing our business well, and now we're going to be talking in this segment on what are the foundational financial steps a young business owner should take. We have another segment out there on the financial steps that we should take as just young investors, people getting going in life. But in this particular segment, we're going to dial in for our young business owners. And I want to talk from the perspective of a business owner. What are the things I wished I knew when I started my business? And gratefully, I tapped into counsel. I had a lot of good models to follow, but we all still make our own mistakes, right? And I want you to avoid those. There's another person out there that I've really appreciated his writings that have been so helpful to me. His name is Mike Michalowicz, and he's written a great little book called Profit First. And Mike writes a lot about different things, and like most authors on business books, he's very repetitive, but he gives you some outstanding principles that you can apply to try to make sure on a personal level you are doing okay financially in spite of whatever your business situation is, whether it's soaring or tanking. And so it's very important that we begin with who really should be listening to this advice. Well, not just business owners, but those who are employees, so that you can understand and appreciate what's going on in the life of a business owner. And then as a business owner, I want you to be at a place where your business is doing okay, right? That's going to be your first target. If your business is not doing okay, then you're personally not going to be doing okay. So if the business is a cash drain, then we're going to have some other episodes on what it means to set up your business for success. But here we're talking about the financial principles that young business owners should apply so that you yourself can be financially independent one day. And so in the Profit First book, Mike really challenges business owners with, I think, the rat race that we get into where we just sort of live hand to mouth. We might have multi-million-dollar businesses. Whatever your type of business is, it might be small, it might be large. You might just be covering the bases. But so many businesses, whether they're large, small, and in between, are literally only allowing the owner of that business to live hand to mouth. Now, let me just say, growth is important. Growth is great. I think anything that's alive and healthy is growing, right? Just like with our human bodies, we want to grow, either developing our physical body, our mind, whatever it is. In your business, growth is great, but it is not the only metric, right? Your percentage of growth is not your only metric. There are a lot of other metrics. And of course, you know this, right? And a lot of times we say, well, I'm profitable. I'm just going to reinvest into the business. And what a business owner then does is, instead of participating in the profits of the business, they now are beginning to allow that business to drain all the cash that it produces for this specter of growth. The problem is we never really get to a point where we're comfortable not allocating every dime to the business. And so a business owner sometimes takes no salary, they're living off of savings, or they take a minimal salary. Or if you are taking a salary that's good, which is critical, you're not also saving and preparing for the future. And so here's where you got to be. Number one, you got to be taking a salary, either through true salary or dividends. My advice to business owners, whether you're getting started or you're already in, is take a salary up to the Social Security income max, okay? That is the maximum income that Social Security will use when calculating the Social Security withholding, okay? So it's a pretty big number, right? So most of you can live pretty nicely up to that limit on a salary, well over $100,000, okay? If you are doing well enough at your business to earn a salary greater than that limit, which you can look up easily online, tends to be in around $150,000. Once you get above that, don't continue to take salary, because now you're overpaying into the Medicare system, right? You're overpaying, and you're never going to get any greater benefit out. So only take a salary up to the Social Security maximum income. Then what you want to do, and of course, some of you, by the way, are going to ask me, well, Colin, should I even be doing Social Security? If I could just take all my money as dividends, then I don't even have to pay into Social Security, and I'm sure my business is going to do great. Listen to me. Social Security provides a great income that is very difficult for you to reproduce on your own. Now, don't get me wrong. If you make it and your business soars and you sell for multiple millions, you might not be as worried about taking Social Security like the rest of us, okay? But let me just say, I've had a lot of folks who did not take salary, therefore did not pay into the Social Security system or didn't pay much, who lived to regret that when they retired. So I'm just telling you, this is what business owners should know when they're young, when you're paying in to the Social Security system, because some of you are doubting, is it even going to be there for me, right? Is Social Security going to be there? Am I just dumping this into a bucket with holes? Here's the cool thing. We teach on Social Security at Lord & Richards. We actually do whole classes on it. We instruct our clients on this. And Social Security is going to be with us. There is bipartisan. That means all the goofballs in Congress agree that we need to have Social Security solid for this generation. Now, are they going to continue to take out more and more from your paycheck? Absolutely. Are they going to find ways to do that? Are they going to potentially reduce benefits? Well, sure. Maybe you say, Colin, I heard it was bankrupt, Well, no, that's if Social Security doesn't do anything about their trust fund. You see, the boomers just really packed money into Social Security while they were working, and now they're sucking it back out now that they're retired. And people have said, well, yeah, it's going to go bankrupt then, right? Taking out more than we're putting in. Well, that's only if they don't do anything. And they already have started doing stuff. In 2016, they took away a lot of legitimate strategies for Social Security that reduced the benefits that people can get. So here's what the government is going to do, and here's why I want you to continue to contribute to Social Security. They may raise the retirement age to reflect the reality of greater lifespans, right? If you got to pay out money over a longer period, we need to do that. So that's sensible. They may reduce cost of living increases. I hope they don't do that. People's income needs to keep up. They may do other forms of stealth tax, right? Currently, benefits on Social Security that you receive may or may not be taxable. You may not have to pay tax on Social Security. And if you do, it may only be on half or at most 80% of the check. Well, those are easy things to get rid of. And then another easy one is if you happen to be a high earner, to increase that salary, right? Increase that amount at which you continue to pay into the Social Security system, going beyond 150 to 200 or 400 or 500, bringing more money into the system. There's plenty of ways to do that, folks. Don't worry about your Social Security checks. You're going to get them. And I want you business owners to contribute by paying yourself a salary. Well, in our next segment, we're going to be talking about additional principles that you need to adhere to if you yourself and your family want to be okay. Whether your business is soaring or tanking, I want you to be okay. And I want you to give me a call, because we're talking to business owners about this every single day. As a business owner, I'm able to put together a team that can help you in extraordinary ways so that you can achieve financial independence. It just starts with a simple phone call.